You're listening to DraftKings Network.
I've been bummed by what HBO Max, or now Max, has become, where Discovery is just dumping all of its crap into what used to be this pristine bin of quality content. But I just told Amin something, and Amin seemed crestfallen when I told him HBO Real Sports is done after 29 years. A television show that was the very, very top, or as Jeremy might say, the very, very, very top of the sports content ladder. Older than Lucy, older than Jessica, an unbelievable run. And given the state of content right now, the collapsing and shaking industry, I can't say for sure whether that was Bryant Gumbel's decision or not, or whether the show has just gotten too old after too much time and is a cost-cutting thing. I don't know the answer as to whether or not he's out because he wanted to be out, but it's some of the best work in a long and distinguished career of great television work that Bryant Gumbel has done.
It actually might be The Flash's fault.
It is possible.
It's a crater that just sucked in every single good thing that they had going on over there.
And just like that.
That stinks. That's coming back for a third season.
It's so bad.
It's so shitty. I hate watch it.
I'm so upset.
I hate watch it. I watch it with my wife, and we spit at Aiden. We're like, what are you doing? Why are any of you doing this? You all ruined it.
Why is Miranda like so mean?
Oh, that's what that is.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what
So
the hell we
mean.
got?
Same yeah, two Americas, right?
Show
Definitely
needs
two.
Samantha. It needs Samantha.
If I'm Samantha, I was like, yep, nope, you made your bed. You
Is
sleep in it.
Is the one that ran for mayor of New York, is she on the show?
Yeah. And they've ruined her character.
Well, I mean,
poor Steve. I mean, Steve's just going deaf and blind and losing his wife. It's just like a horrible, horrible obstacle course
They
that they're
had
putting.
like 7 new characters, all of whom I hated, chief among them Shay.
And let's not, like, the vibes of some of these characters, there's just not a lot of depth to it. I'm all for introducing new characters, but don't do that for the sake of, okay, we can't have a show just of 4 white women in New York.
But that's what they did. That's what they really, what they did is they filled in the rest of the show.
It's a hardcore accusation that I'm making, but it does feel that way, right?
No, that's what it was. Come on.
Yeah.
That's what made it good. Like, I wasn't
White
watching it to, no, not white people. I wasn't watching it to be like, wow, Sex and the City is so woke. Like, we're just watching, like, trash. And I liked it. It was good trash.
I loved it. They were all awful people. Very
good.
few redeeming qualities amongst any of them. Even Carrie, she's a disaster.
Carrie's the worst.
Carrie's an awful
Carrie's
person.
the worst.
Terrible person.
My TikTok feed hates her. I hate her. Carrie sucks.
I thought we were going to talk about real sports.
So did I. And just like that, we switched subjects to Thursday Thunder.
Ah, we give you a winner, you get excited.
A big winner. a big winner.
Juicy winner. That's what I tell you. When something's like plus 600, we can go on a 5-week losing streak and get it all right back. And that's what we did last week with our hater/homer parlay. We faded the Gators, we went for UCF, and we went for Miami of Florida, which covered a game for like the first time since I've been an adult.
Ariel Helwani was on Real Sports as a correspondent?
He was a correspondent.
No wonder it got canceled.
Whoa.
Oh, come on now.
Whoa.
I believe he's pivoted to Showtime. Is he part of Show Sports and then Show Basketball?
What did you just do to Ariel Helwani? One of my favorites in the history of journalism. What are you doing?
Just continuing a long-standing beef about something I tweeted about him a long time ago that I don't remember.
And just like that, Amin's an asshole.
First leg of the parlay. We can't avoid the kickoff today. We're action junkies. We're not sure if Travis Kelce is playing, but we are sure that maybe Jared Goff and Dan Campbell winning opening night primetime at Kansas City might be, just might be, a bridge too far against the reigning Super Bowl champion. So we're wading into the waters because we're junkies And we want Kansas City money line as our first leg because we need the action, boss.
You just said you were sure and then offered 3 maybes about what you were sure
That's
about.
a type of conviction that we're talking about here. By the way, Thursday Thunder is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DAN when you sign up on the app for a limited time offer for new customers. And I'm sure business is going to be booming this week because pro football is back. So naturally.
What's the spread in that game? I know you took the money line, but what is the spread?
I think it was 4.5 last time I checked. It'll probably move a little bit.
A lot of people are high on the Lions. They love that offense. And I am wrong about them erring and getting Jared Goff because Jared Goff seems to be okay with those skill position guys.
Speaking of Goff, Coco Goff.
Yeah.
Second leg of our Thursday Thunder. That's
and
right.
Just like that.
We like the tennis too. So that's a second leg. And in honor of Lucy, our newest team member over here in the shipping container, what would this Thursday Thunder be without celebrating El Asico? We are taking the under between Iowa and Iowa State.
As God intended.
Let's transition now to polls. The sponsored poll segment.
The sponsored poll segment is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club, Dan. Epic razors, epically affordable. Find them in stores or online.
First question we wanted to know, should Steelers fans have the same amount of confidence as Dolphins fans? 57% of the audience said no. Do people love dead people? 84% of the audience said yes. Is the Margaritaville legacy stronger than Elvis's legacy?
Come on, man.
Mike, you would have been really pissed off.
I'm so thankful that you're giving me the opportunity to talk about Jimmy Buffett, one of the general, well-respected good guys who loved his fans and really carved out escapism and music as a genre to itself. Fans were a little weird and quirky, but he was too. There's a Margaritaville across the street. I'm going to visit it. I got into Jimmy Buffett the older I got, too. I finally got it. I thought it was corny, too.
It's normally what happens.
And I got it. I think, there's something to be said for music that just takes you away and makes you happy. And
it doesn't have to be corny and still can pale in the shadow of Elvis.
Isn't it funny that every time I hear Jimmy Buffett, all I think about is him getting ejected from a Heat playoff
He's a
game?
Heat lifer.
He is a Heat lifer.
And like most Heat fans, he was also maybe kind of a Knicks fan too at one point.
No, he got ejected out of Heat Knicks though, so he was.
Yeah, but there was all sorts of confusion as to whose side he was really on. The Heat sent a nice tribute for him, and it's part of name association. When someone says
really
Jimmy Buffett, I do say Heat Knicks.
Strangely enough, and 68% of the audience believes that Margaritaville's legacy is stronger than Elvis's legacy.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
It's incredible is what it is.
Shut up, Elvis.
Is Graceland one of the saddest places on earth? 85% of the audience says yes. Do flats and drumsticks get eaten at equal amounts?
This is a Greg Cody poll question.
This was a Greg Cody poll question.
He is obsessed with this, about the concept of flats.
He's in a beef with a restaurant somewhere, I think, in the Keys because they wouldn't bring him the number of flats that he wanted.
He wanted all flats. I think.
Yep.
He ordered wings and he said, but bring them all flats.
Well, 70% of the audience says no. They do not get eaten the same amount of times. Should a 50-plus-year-old use the phrase pee-pee when talking to other adults?
I'm just going to guess this was David Sampson.
Yeah. It was.
He's talking about Randy Levine going to the bathroom.
He's a peculiar dude.
And we thought he just went to go pee-pee.
Yeah, and I'm sure he was probably scanning for a brief moment for something that wouldn't be that weird, and he landed on pee-pee, which ended up being weirder. Yeah. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was actually seemed very comfortable saying go pee-pee, and I asked him, that's not something that an adult of your age should be saying who's not talking to 4- and 5-year-olds.
That's a pee too many.
What would you say if you wanted to describe that situation? We thought he went to go pee-pee. You'd say...
Pee.
I'd say you go take a leak. Take a leak is the...
I'm going to hit the head. I'm going to hit the John.
Yeah, we thought he was going to go take a leak, not go pee-pee.
I think he has to go pee. 79% of the audience said, no, you should not use pee-pee when talking to other adults.
I get the reference.
When tipping, do you throw in a few extra cents so that it can end in zeros? 65% of the audience says yes.
What?
Big fat white face, big fat white face. Pound for pound, is Larry Allen the strongest human being ever? 72% of the audience says yes.
You know, no. You know what's funny? This is what's funny about what Amin just did. There. Amin said that poll question should make it, and it shouldn't have made it because it was part of an interview that we did with Vernon Davis that was not fit for air.
Right.
But I just got a text from Billy saying Stugotz put it in stupidity.
Of course he did.
Son of a bitch.
Of course he did.